going live on YouTube.
He's got him up for a body slam.
Yeah, my name's Gavbon, Worldwiiiide, and you are the lovely.
Of course, my name's Lee.
And yeah,
this is your Monday Night Raw review for the third. Well, no, what day was it?
It's the third of the fourth. Well, it would have been technically the second.
No, it's the fourth today.
No, it's the third today.
Was it? I'm lost with dates because of the bank holidays and stuff.
Yeah, I'll have to change that. Yeah. So yeah, I've actually changed it now to the second.
Second. Monday Night Raw go home show for Monday Night Raw. It's WrestleMania week. We're on the beers. It's going down. This is Body Slam Inc.
And I'm off.
And he's off. Let's see how this review goes. Hang on, how do I stop it?
You just open that bit there.
Yeah.
So this is an off the collar.
Off the script. This is off.
Hello, Batman. I've got a really important phone call to make. And I
but
can't.
Lee's still here.
You click that button that says stop streaming.
Cool. Thank you.
So, yeah. Right, where's my bottle? Oh, there it is. Right, have fun.
Shall do. Sorry about the interruption, guys. Gavbon's left the building. The big guy's still here. So let's jump into it. We've got a couple of questions to ask. By the end of the review, you'll know the answers. So the first question would be, did The Undertaker show up to answer John Cena's challenge? My second question for you would be, did Roman Reigns destroy Brock Lesnar? 2 questions, 2 answers you'll get. Let's jump into it right now. Monday Night Raw starts off with Jonathan Coachman in the ring, introducing Kurt Angle. Batman, what do you mean? No? No what? What? Oh, so he's talking to me. Monday Night Raw starts off, Kurt Angle, Ronda Rousey, Triple H, Stephanie McMahon. Kind of like a UFC feel to it, sit down in the middle of the ring. Batman, if you don't know the question, I don't know the answer. Anyhow, it's like a kind of UFC sit down in the middle of the ring. Triple H and Stephanie kind of running Ronda Rousey down, making Kurt Angle feel like he's shit. Excuse the language. You knew where it was going. Didn't really know what would happen at the end of it. But all in all, for the first section, I'd say not a bad gig, as they say in the biz. Pause for the drinking cause. Yeah. Batman, give us some information. What do you think about the opening segment? Nothing? Cool. Come on, Batman, you're my sidekick tonight. You are the co-host of Body Slam Inc. Gavbon Worldwiiiide isn't here. And I'm finding it hard to do it by myself. Well, go on, Batman, well. Trying to not leave pauses in because it's on SoundCloud too, so I can't really leave any silence, as Damien Sandow would say. So if you'd like to fill in. Oh, by the way, the spot where Stephanie McMahon put Ronda Rousey through the table was as bad as, I don't know, Everton trying to beat Liverpool at the weekend. It's derby weekend in the Merseyside. Yeah, I agree with you. He didn't run. He was running. Triple H was running Kurt Angle down, but as you know, in real life or behind the scenes, as they'd say, then Triple H and Kurt Angle are pretty good friends, and you can tell that in the ring when they kind of, you have to look for it when they kind of smirk at each other when they think that the camera's not on them. But to build up the match, if you watched Raw, you would have seen a lot of not promos, but like packages building up this Stephanie McMahon and Triple H, the power couple versus the Olympic gold medalists or the Olympic medalists or whatever. So that was like a regular concurrence through the full show. But yeah, it was a good opening segment. I liked the way that they was coming together to kind of do like the photo finish, not the photo finish, but like, I'm facing you and you're facing me and all that kind of stuff. Good stuff. No problems whatsoever. It was fine by me. I'm going to move on to the next match, which was Bania. It was. Exactly, it was. So the next match was Bayley versus Sonya Deville. Now, me and the Gavbon Worldwiiiide haven't done a review in a couple of weeks because we've had a lot of things on. But if you remember 2-3 weeks ago, there was a match where Sonya Deville got rolled up, and this is PG stuff. So, but there was a shot when Sonya Deville got rolled up where the camel toe, put that in brackets, was clearly on show, and then the replays of the match kept showing the same thing, and I was absolutely laughing my head off at that. So was he. Keep going he because he should be there, but he's not there. Anyway, so this match, you kind of knew where it was going to go. Obviously, Paige and Mandy Rose was at ringside. It started off, to be honest, as in like a more of a clinical kind of way, where it was like chain wrestling with the quick kicks and then the step overs, the run overs, the arm drags, all that kind of stuff. I'm just trying to think because obviously I haven't written any notes. I go off the script. So it was a lot of like thrown into the turnbuckles, arm drags, kicks, strikes, a lot of ground and pound as well, but Bayley managed to get away from that. I think in the match there was kind of like some kind of a stunner or something, like with knee strikes. Yeah, it was actually, yeah. Bayley hits like a stunner from the ropes, and she takes Rose out, and then Deville rolls her up. It's for a 1-2, kicks out. Bayley rolls her up into the ropes for a 1-2-3. Obviously, the match went for close to 10 minutes. Absolution come into the ring, start beating up on Bayley. Next minute, you know, Sasha Banks runs in, makes a save, as she's the face or the heel or the something. She was one of the two. But yeah, Bayley won. Sasha made the save. The match was alright, but it was kind of meh, you know. But after that, Sasha says to Bayley, raise me hand, and she doesn't. So next minute, Absolution come back in, start doing the beatdown. And then towards the end of it, Sasha Banks and Bayley clear the ring, and they stand tall. After that, out of 5, Gav would probably give it a, I don't know, 2.5, 3. I'll give it a 3 as well. The next was a video package, all about not Mandy Rose. God, I got Mandy Rose on the brain. It's pretty hot, pretty hot. It was an undefeated streak package versus the title, which obviously you know what that means. It's Asuka versus Charlotte Flair. To be honest, don't really know why Asuka's even still on Raw, but you know, there you go. Oh, by the way, congratulations, Miz, on your first child, which her name is oh shit. Batman, do you know what The Miz's child called? Because I can't remember. Just leave it in a comment and I'll get back to that. But they had a child on last Tuesday. I think it's Monroe or something like that. Monroe Sky. I think it's Monroe Sky. I think it is. Batman, help. Anyhow, next match was Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor. The Miz was obviously on commentary for this one, saying that he's a changed man because he's had a child and he's different now and he sees life in a whole new different perspective. Oh, Batman, you missed a lot of Raw. Good job you're on Body Slam Inc. to get the full review, even though I can't remember nothing. Anyway, next match was Rollins, Balor, Miz on commentary. To be honest, it was a really good match. It was real, as Stephen Larson would say. I'm not really going to go much into the details because it was a lot to go over in regards to in-ring work. But all I'm going to say is, if that match was at Mania, just them two, I wouldn't be disappointed. If you watch it back, you probably wouldn't be disappointed. There was a lot of tease finishes, like if you remember last year at SummerSlam or the year before, when Rollins injured Balor when he did the powerbomb into the barricade. Did that, missed that, did the missile drop kick. A lot of close pinfalls, like the week before when he got the pin on a roll up. It was a 1-2. Rollins was shocked that he got out for the kick out. Back and forth, go for a finisher, miss the finisher, hit the signature, go back for the coup de grace, miss the coup de grace. Rollins did the rip knee saw, or whatever you call it. Got that. Back and forth, back and forth. You know what, doing this by yourself is a lot harder than you'd think. Usually our chops is here, giving it the beans, as they say. But yeah, the match ended up in a curb stomp to Finn Balor for the 1-2-3. It ended up Rollins pointing to the Mania sign while Miz is on commentary, standing on the table holding the belt up. We are going to get a preview and prediction show. Maybe Friday night, Saturday morning. It's a big weekend. We've got the Derby, we've got NXT TakeOver, we've got WrestleMania. Got a lot of things going on this week. Obviously with work through the week too. Excuse me. But yeah, I really enjoyed this match. It was a lot of fun. So the next part was introduced both Battle Royals, which now we find out that the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal would be on the pre-show, and the Women's Battle Royal Challenge, which looks stupid, that's on the main show. And they obviously introduced the Cedric Alexander versus Mustafa Ali match, which I'm kind of really intrigued by, because them two guys can put on one hell of a match. Batman, what do you think? So there you know part of what's going on there. Next they bring up a Roman Reigns video package, basically just going back and showing you what's happened over the past 3-4 weeks. Nothing really that you didn't know about anyway. And they got backstage to... Oh, you didn't see that match? Which match? Batman, which match are you on about? The Cedric and Mustafa match. It's at Mania. No problem, Batman. No, I was just asking what you thought about the Mustafa Ali versus Cedric match. It's going to be at Mania. Well, as far as I know, it's on the main show. But cutting back to... Good man, I like that. Batman. I'll give you a 2 sweet for that one, son. Anyway, backstage, Heyman's on the phone, teasing that he's going back to UFC and he's going to meet agents and stuff, and after WrestleMania it's his last match. Angle comes in and basically just says, when you go to the ring, don't provoke Lesnar, we don't want no violence. Undertaker and Cena's match isn't going to happen, so we don't want another match being cancelled. Oh, by the way, I haven't written this down on the notes, but there was a long segment with Cena in the ring, just basically going over again that he's not going to match at Mania. Undertaker hasn't accepted his challenge, that he's going to Mania as a fan. He tries to get the fans wild up to say that Taker's going to come back. Crowd's going wild. The videos all over Twitter, YouTube, anyway you'll look. But yeah, no Undertaker. And this is the bold prediction to go from the prediction show, would be Undertaker will be at Mania, but he's going to come out as the American Badass. Because one line that Cena said on this was something about Big Evil, and my ears pinned as soon as he said Big Evil. Because as you'll all remember, Undertaker used to be called Big Evil, the American Badass, the Dead Man. All these kind of things are thrown into tuition. So I think that is what's going to happen. Batman, what do you think? Will the Undertaker return as Undertaker, the Dead Man, or the American Badass? On to the next part. Do you know what? I've given away one of the questions that I asked before, actually, haven't I? I said, did the Undertaker return to Raw? Answer is no. Now the dirt sheets have been going wild this past week, saying that Shane McMahon isn't going to be cleared to wrestle at WrestleMania, which on Raw, as you would have seen, isn't the case. Shane McMahon's advertised to be back on SmackDown this week. In what capacity, I don't know. We'll see tomorrow. Hopefully we'll get a review out, and hopefully Gavbon Worldwiiiide will be on it too. I agree with you, Batman. He should come back as the American Badass. It's been too long since we've seen that gimmick. But other than that, if you remember, we've seen the Dead Man for the past God knows how many years, but we've only seen the American Badass at maybe 3 WrestleManias, 17, 18, 19. But it'd be good to see him back in that kind of capacity again. So we'll see. We'll see for tomorrow for SmackDown to see what Shane's got to say, see if he's going to be his tag team partner, because what I've read, he's not going to be. So anyway, come along to the next part, and it's the bar in the ring. We love the bar. We're getting some bar t-shirts. Well, we've ordered the bar t-shirts. Then the ring saying that they want to know who his tag team partner is going to be, because they need to prepare. They need to be on the same page. They need to do this, they need to do that. Now this is the funniest part, and I wish he was here, because I absolutely lost it on this. Strowman comes out saying his partner's here, but he wants a match against one of yous. Sheamus says, yeah, why not? So next minute, Strowman's music hits. He comes out in a pair of glasses and a white t-shirt. His name's Brain Strowman. He's Strowman's relative. I absolutely lost it. Oh my god. I don't really sound enthusiastic now because I'm not used to doing this by myself, but Jesus, was that funny. I couldn't stop laughing for a solid 5 minutes at least. Hilarious. Brain Strowman. It was funny. But the match ended up, obviously, as you know. Sheamus got a kick in. Bro kick in. They did doing the quick beat down. Strowman throws him out the ring. They brawl in the ring a bit. He pushes them back off because he's the big guy, which kind of makes the bar look weak, if you ask me. I don't know what you think about that, Batman. But the Bar's like one of the longest reigning, not longest, but like strongest tag teams on Raw in the past year since they've been a tag team. So they leave the ring. they come out the ring because they're scared off. Strowman's enticing them to get back in, but they don't come back in the ring. So yet still again, we still don't know who Strowman's partner's going to be. It could be Samoa Joe, Rey Mysterio, Big Show, Kane, Elias. They're the people that I would think would be his tag team partner, but you ain't going to know that till WrestleMania. Thank you, Batman. I'm glad you agree with that. I thought it was just me going crazy, but you're right. You are actually right. So his tag team partner, if you was a betting man, you would put your money on Strowman and whoever it is to win the tag team belts at Mania. It's as simple as that. The bars look so weak in the past 2, 3, 4 weeks leading up to Mania. To even... You think Rey Mysterio is his partner? I have read that on the dirt sheets. I know he didn't compete at New Japan or Strong Style Evolved or one of those events. I'm not quite sure which one it is. But I hope it's Samoa Joe. Because Samoa Joe deserves to be on WrestleMania. Sorry, just having to go music. Wow, that's strong. So we'll see. If it's Rey Mysterio, he'll get a really good pop, and that kind of team would work. Depending on Mysterio's contract, because what I heard is that he's not doing a full-time schedule, which means some weeks on Raw he wouldn't be there. Other than that, Rey would be a good fit on SmackDown, on the blue brand, which is where he was built up, where he was World Heavyweight Champion. Yeah, I heard that as well, that Joe was going to get a title match after Mania, but it just makes sense to put him on Mania, even if he's going to be in the Battle Royal in some capacity. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens with that. As long as he's on the card in any which way, then happy days from where I'm sitting. I think Samoa Joe is one of the, heel-wise, one of the top 3 in the whole business. But you've got people like Tommaso Ciampa. If you watch NXT, Tommaso Ciampa is a really good heel on that brand. Like, he doesn't get go-away heat, he gets true legit heat. And the Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa match at Mania is going to be amazing. Batman, I don't know if you watch NXT, but it is good. For that 1 hour on TV anyway, instead of sitting through 3 hours on Raw. Anyway, next minute, Goldust cuts to... You're right, Batman. Samoa Joe is a badass. That's what, and he deserves to be on the Mania card in whatever way he's going to be on that show. Can't wait. Can't wait for WrestleMania. Can't wait for the derby. Can't wait for this weekend. It's going to be epic. Oh, I just want to show you something. If you watch New Japan or you're a fan of the Bullet Club, check out these sweet teas. I don't know if you can see the full thing. It's the new Super Kick Club t-shirt. Super Kick Club, look at that. Batman, how badass is that? That's a badass t-shirt right there, son. So me and the Gavbon's got 2 of those. Got some Super Kick Club t-shirts. You can get them at prowrestlingtees.com. Cheap as chips, to be honest. Not really a big fee, to be honest with you. Thank you, Batman. That is a badass t-shirt. You also get on the t-shirt, now, without stretching this jumper, because it's pretty cold, as you do on all Bullet Club t-shirts, you get this bad boy too. Just so you know where it's from. I'm waiting for the stream to stop lagging. You see that right there? Bullet Club. For life. So there you go, Batman. If you want to join the Bullet Club, get on board, son. Anyway, we're going way off topic. Goldust cut to promo. To be honest, it was stupid. Nothing to do with anything at WrestleMania. But it ends up being Matt Hardy comes on going, ah yes, delightful! And they have a minute that lasted probably, I don't know, 3 minutes at the most. Twist of fate, 1, 2, 3, Matt Hardy wins. And then he's kind of like hugging the trophy for the Battle Royal, which is something that Matt Hardy would do, yeah? I don't know. I love Matt Hardy though. The final resolution was boss. It was kind of saying, procure, ah yeah. All that kind of stuff. Brilliant stuff. Love it. No Brother Nero. No, not advertised yet. No Brother Nero. As I've read, I haven't read any dirt sheets tonight. Maybe he's there, maybe he's not. I don't know. We'll find out. I don't know if he's been cleared to wrestle fully yet. Maybe he's one of them who comes back the night after Mania as like a special return or entrance or something like that. I don't know. But it'd be good to see Jeff Hardy obviously once he gets back. Next package kind of thing was Mickie James and Alexa making fun of Nia. Do you know what? It's kind of annoying, to be honest, because I know it's all storyline and stuff, but I don't like people making fun of people when they're fat. Because for me, Nia Jax is hot. I think she's... Oh, yes. Mickey, if you're watching this, mate. Oh, yes. That's all I'm going to say on that. So then we get a package from NXT, which the hype up the match, which is Andrade Cien Almas versus Aleister Black, which will be one hell of a fucking match, if you ask me. Definitely going to be watching that. There's a lot more matches on NXT. There we go, Batman. Do you know what? I like you even more now. Nia Jax is the heat. And she's smoking too. Cause for the pause. Sorry about that. So after the NXT takeover video package, as we've gone over this before, Cena came out to try and get an answer from The Undertaker. Doesn't get nowhere. I've obviously gone over this, but Cena did do a good job and he got the crowd involved once again. See, I don't think it's really a mistake not to have The Undertaker on Raw. I think it's more of a mystique. If you think back to when Wyatt faced The Undertaker, I don't think he showed up once before his match at Mania, and then he just appeared. But you know for a fact that The Undertaker will be at Mania, because his name's been mentioned way too many times not to be there. So if you're a betting man, put your money on The Undertaker to be there and win the match. Obviously Roman Reigns is backstage. Kurt Angle meets with him and just says, in so many words, don't fuck up this match at Mania. He's already lost one match again, talking about Cena and The Undertaker, and to just listen to what Heyman and Lesnar have to say. He agrees, but tells them not to piss him off because he's not going to stand for it. And it cuts to that. Elias is in the ring doing obviously one of his epic promos. If I could find the t-shirt, I'd find it. Gavbon's got a Elias t-shirt. WWE stands for Walk with Elias. T-shirt beats Heath Slater in, I don't know, if it even was a minute. Drift away for the 1, 2, 3. Strowman's walking backstage after that and meets Kurt Hawkins with a pick me Braun on the brain t-shirt and says this could be a big break. So Strowman throws him through a wall, and so that is Kurt Hawkins' big break. Yeah, again, another funny segment on Raw. It's time for now the Nia Jax interview. And I'll be honest, I like Nia Jax. I think she's hot, she's good in the ring, but I really kind of zoned out on that, so I'm gonna really give that part a miss, which is gonna lead us to the next part, which was Dana Brooke and Asuka. God knows why these two was teaming up together, but they faced Alexa Bliss and Mickie James. The match in general was okay. Dana Brooke didn't look as bad as she normally looks. Obviously the crowd was behind Asuka for the full match. Crowd was dead when Brooks was in the ring. You know what? It's hard to like kind of think of a match when you've watched it and then you try and relive it in your head. And sorry for the pauses on that, but it's kind of, if you just want me to give you the answer, Asuka made Mickie James tap out to the Asuka lock. And to be honest, they started attacking Asuka. Nia comes down, Bliss runs out the ring, Mickie James gets battered everywhere by Nia, and then it was a Bliss versus Nia stare down from the ramp to the ring. To be honest, that's all it was. Sorry if you don't like that, but that's all it was. So Heyman and Lesnar's backstage, walking to the ring. Heyman meets Kurt Angle and says, "Don't worry, I remember what you said. Don't worry about none of that. It's under lock. Blah blah blah." Comes down. Yeah, you're right. Anybody who faces Asuka's going to lose. Asuka's always going to win. That's why at Mania, excuse me, Charlotte's going to lose the belt. Now, do you know what? This part was the longest part of the sorry, I was looking at Alexa Bliss twerk. Some good stuff there. Wow. Sorry. This was the longest part, but it was the most so predictable part of it. Lesnar, Heyman in the ring, run down Reigns. There's a couple of, don't ask me why the bar or the club or, well, yeah, the Revival was the 3 tag teams who was hardly on the show. I stood on the ramp. So Reigns comes out and he tells them, "Come on, boys, are you gonna take this?" So they all split aside. Reigns gets in the ring. They go for like a to shuffle. Lesnar gets out the ring. Batman, if you've seen the thing that I was just looking at, it would distract you. Let me try and copy it and pin it in the post. Hang on. Let me see if I can try and send you this, Batman. No, I can't send you. Well. Anyway, we'll go on to the last couple of bits from this. And don't really want to go too much into it because, like I said, didn't really pay much attention. Well, I did pay attention, but I wasn't really into it. It was the third down, jumped out the ring, comes in. Lesnar took about 4 or 5 Superman punches. Goes to hit him with the chair, picks the belt up, takes his eye off the prize. Lesnar stands up quick, F5 in the ring, picks his belt up, walks out, and then Lesnar's stood on the ramp laughing with Heyman, and Reigns is just lay there on the floor. That's all there is really to it, if I'm honest. I'm going to give it a 3 for it's a go home show, so it wasn't really anything special. Apart from that, do you know what? I don't like doing these reviews by myself. It's not really fun. I hope I did okay. Batman, if you think I did okay, hit that thumbs up. Anyone watching live, anyone watching the review, leave a review, leave a comment, like, subscribe. Inc_bodyslam on the Twitter. I've been Lee. Oh, he's not here. This has been Bodyslam Inc. We'll be back tomorrow for the SmackDown review before the preview and prediction show for WrestleMania. Hope you had fun. See you soon.